What's up, nerds? Welcome back to Soul Silver. Alright, I have gotten us to Mahogany Town, and we've got a mission. We're gonna lead in with Blossom, since Blazer is more than strong enough. We're on our way to the city that has the final Pokemon gym of the Johto region. It's honestly crazy that we're already at this point. Hello. I'm gonna win for sure. Psychic Phil. Atu. Let's go, Blossom. Shadow Claw. She can handle it. Bite! Nice crit, Blossom. Alrighty. Max Repel. Hello. I fish until I can't anymore. I also battle until I drop. That's my relationship with my Pokemon. Doesn't do halves, this guy, I'll say that. Alright. Aside from the last gym, there's still the legendary dogs roaming about. Gotta deal with them at some point. And we will, but we're not quite at a high enough level to do that yet. If memory serves, Entei and Raikou are both level 50, and I'm willing to bet good money so is Suicune. So once our Pokemon hit that level, we'll dedicate some time to doing it. Hi. Reap. Alrighty. Poison Sting. Fight. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Alright, Blossom, come on back. Let's see. Who do we want to use? Let's use Fukuro. Oh yeah, Fukuro got a new move! Let's use it! Zen Headbutt! Yeah, it would have been better if it was... Okay. Go. Alright. These two are paralyzed, and I really don't want to have to keep going back and forth to the Pokemon Center until we reach the until we reach Cyanwood. So let's have Raito lead for a while. I can tell you're a good trainer by looking at you. I'm good at Pokemon, and I can see that you are too. Alright? Let's see how good you are. Charmeleon. Let's go, Raito. Thunder Punch. So close. Headbutt. Let's go, Blazer. Flame Wheel. Total loss on my part. Ice Path. Do you know about the legendary bird Pokemon? I caught the legendary bird Pokemon, and if you all want to see how that happened, you can check out my Fire Red Let's Play. Thunder Punch, please. And no reason for Raito to hog all the fun. Let's go, Hikari! Ice Fang! There we go. I don't want to just slink away. Can I get your number? Let's meet up for more battles. Sure. It might be useful when I'm training for the Elite Four. Alright, we've actually got some Pokemon to catch on the Ice Path, and I don't know how easy or difficult it's going to be. But we are going to try. Because the next gym leader uses Dragon-type Pokemon, and frankly, we just need more options to fight them. If I ever run into any Pokemon. There we go. Waterfall, alright. That could be useful later down the line. Oh, finally, a wild Pokemon. Alright, a Swino. Let's go, Righto! Alright, first things first. Yeah, I spent some time with, with Kurt. Hang on, wrong one. There we are. Quick ball! Yeah! Never doubt the power of a quick ball. Alright, that was easy. Swine up the pig Pokemon. If it smells something enticing, it dashes off headlong to find the source of the aroma. What to call you, my little friend? What to... Actually, this one's fairly easy. Welcome aboard, Zach! The item you picked over there was an HM, wasn't it? I'm the one who dropped it, but I want you to keep it. You took the time to get it, right? Contains waterfall. Have fun climbing waterfalls. Me, I still need to get a new pair of shoes before I can enjoy waterfalls. Okay. I'm not sure how that works, but you do you, man. Anyways. Oh dear. I may have to come back, because I think Adam has strength. Unless I can just get out of this cave and all of these other things are just to get, like, all the different items. Because at the end of the day, I kind of just want to get through here. I don't like ice puzzles. I want that item, though. Nope. Yeah, thank you. Already have a swine up, though. We're good. What do you want, Arnie? I'm going to struggle for a while, and I do apologize for how boring this is going to be. You know what? Let's just dip. Forget the item. I just want to find a way to get out of this heck hole. Okay, that's enough. That is enough. Alright, 1 second. I'm looking up a guide. Oh no. It's just now coming to me. Oh boy. Alright, hold on a second, nerds. I gotta go get Adam. Alright, I'm back and I've got Adam with me. So the way I'm guessing this works is we are going to have to put every boulder in a different hole. Problem is, I am not great with these kinds of puzzles. There we go. One down. Not miss the halcyon days of HMs. Alrighty. Alright, I think I got it. Ah, alright. Yeah, I'm watching the guide, like, as we're going through this. I'd love to use a repel, but there is still one more Pokemon we need to catch here, so... Until we find it, I'm gonna keep dealing with the encounters. And here it is, Jinx. There we go. Jinx, the human-shaped Pokemon. It speaks a language similar to that of humans. However, it seems to use dancing to communicate. Alright. Your name shall be... Camilla. I don't know why, that's just the name that came to my mind. So it's the name we're using. Now, if you all will excuse me for just 1 second. Max Repel on. Alright. This will hold me for a little while. Hopefully long enough to get out of this place, but, no guarantees. That's nice. I still hate this. Finally! Who has Rock Smash? Oh, you know what? I think Roxanne has Rock Smash. Alright. Ah, cool. I can bypass it. Ooh, Never Melt Ice. That will come in handy, actually. That is a big find. Got to be getting close. Nope. That item is lost to us. Okay, well. Yep, alright, that's a kick in the pants. That item is also lost to us. I am just gonna get out of here. I've already got the Never Melt Ice. There's nothing else in this cave that could be of any more use to me. Hi. Me oh my, is that you, Koga? Fancy meeting you here. To tell the truth, my sandals are frozen on the ice and I am stuck here. In other words, my flip-flops are quick frozen with ground. It's no laughing matter. Would you push my back? Sure. Shove! You really are kind. Thank you so much. And not even gonna consider that item, just leaving. Wow, you came through the ice path? You must be a real hotshot trainer. Alright, we have made it to Blackthorne City. And with that done, I think it's time to call off this episode. Next time, we will be going after our 8th and final gym badge, where I'm sure Claire will handle defeat gracefully and respectfully. Right? Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss an update. Go check out my friend Tyler Crux, he does a lot of fun stuff. We collab all the time. I'll catch you later, nerds.
Over 8 million copies, so I imagine that for the most part, most of you watching are already playing the game. So there are some mild mid-game monster spoilers in this review, so keep that in mind. All footage you're seeing is captured on a PlayStation 5 using the high frame rate performance mode. Monster Hunter Wilds is great. It's really, really good and does so many things so well. But I've described the game to a lot of people, and I keep finding myself giving praise, but always following up with, however, for those of you who are new, Monster Hunter is fundamentally a series of boss fights against huge monsters. You'll use one of 14 different weapon types, roam an extensive zone, track down the monster, and then start pummeling it with attacks until it stops moving. Then you carve up pieces of that monster, which you can use to craft stronger armor and even stronger weapons. Do this over and over. Hunt a monster to make better equipment, then get ready to fight the next massive threat as each one gets harder and harder to fight. Do this all in up to 4-player co-op. It isn't an RPG in a traditional sense. You don't get experience points, you don't level up. It's all gear dependent. How strong your character is based on how good of weapons and armor you've made for yourself. You can further customize your playstyle by using a series of passive skills that gain a multitude of benefits, like extra resistance, extra sharpness, better healing, etc. Something that does make it more RPG than ever, however, is the story in Monster Hunter Wilds. This is the most effort they've ever put into a narrative for the series. Previous games had some text boxes, but none of it really mattered, and it all boiled down to monsters are acting weird, go kill it. In Wilds, after using the excellent and robust character creator, there are numerous cutscenes throughout the story mode with lots of dialogue and little action set pieces featuring your character. You even have a customizable voice, letting you speak with NPCs.
We'll begin by returning to the Plains base camp. We have to share our findings with our colleagues.
Capcom dabbled in having cutscenes play out in the previous Monster Hunter world, and they doubled down on it for Wilds. Some of these cutscenes are awesome and have a few badass moments, and there's too goddamn many of them. They're good, but more than ever has the pacing in the opening hours of a Monster Hunter game felt more tedious, trotting, and boring. Some of these cutscenes go on for way longer than they really should, and there are a lot of walk and talk gameplay moments where you have to go slowly to a certain point while NPCs talk at you. And if you try to wander off the path because you see something you want to go collect, they force you back onto the path. It's odd because of all the games in the series, Wilds does the best job of getting you right to the action and fighting big monsters right away, faster and smoother than ever before. But at the same time, it gets constantly bogged down by cinematics that don't really amount to anything and constantly take control away from the player. I wouldn't complain about this so much if the story was gripping with interesting characters and emotional investment. It does not have that. Yes, things are happening and characters are explaining why things are happening, but there's no reason to care and nothing to pull you into it. I would call the story serviceable, but it's too obstructive to call it that. It gets less intrusive after you roll credits around the 10 to 12 hour mark. Once you get to the real meat of the game, you can focus on the hunts, thankfully. But up until that point, you will get exhausted by the sheer amount of lengthy cutscenes. The gameplay still rules though. Fighting monsters, using different weapons, and collecting pieces to get the next upgrade is still as satisfying as it's ever been. I've also been a sword shield main since the series debuted like 2 decades ago, so that's all the gameplay you're going to see from me. Wilds easily has the smoothest combat of any of the games. Using different attacks, transitioning into other ones, and slamming down big hits still feels fantastic. New combat mechanics include some weapons getting power struggles where you block a monster's attack and have to fight to push it back. Heavy-hitting weapons now have an offset attack, allowing them to topple monsters and interrupt their incoming attack. All of it is great, and the way that camera pulls back to show these moments where monsters are doing wide area effective attacks makes it all feel so much more cinematic in battles. It's really, really good. You can also now wound monsters as you repeatedly attack the same spot on them, eventually a wound will open up. This lets you do even more damage to that spot, or you can now use a focus strike to stab into it and perform super fancy looking finishers to break the wound for a ton of damage and looking awesome while doing it. Real Plains users know what I'm talking about. Also, the monsters in this game are excellent and imaginative. Monster Hunter Wilds has the most all-new monsters in it of any of the previous games. I was really happy to see that there were new types showing up, so that they weren't all different types of wyverns or T-Rexes. The variety in it as a base game is impressive, and I think every single monster is great. Of course, there are a handful of returning iconic monsters, and they've never looked better. There's also just a ton of them appearing all at once. Or you could be fighting something, and then have another monster show up, and they start fighting each other, and it was awesome. Now, you'll frequently see 3 or more monsters all in the same area and feel overwhelmed. It makes the environment feel more alive and filled with targets to hunt. The environments are huge. The zones are all so much bigger. What returning is all the interactables in each environment, like healing flowers, bugs, flash flies, rocks you can pull down onto monsters, and things like that. Your slinger can also be used to collect items from afar in addition to interacting with environmental traps. All the zones look really good too. I love the design of them all. The day-night cycle adds some visual variety, and now there can be 3 weather changes for each one, changing hazards and which monsters can even appear. For the first time, Monster Hunter Wilds is also an interconnected, open world. Sort of. There are still zones, basically, like one is a desert, one's a forest, the ice place, like that. But you're able to walk through one area to transition into the next. You could walk through the desert and end up in the forest area. But you're never going to do that. You're going to fast travel between them all and just go straight to each of the hub camps in each area. Look, it's a novel idea and maybe a back-the-box selling point to call it open world, but really, it isn't. They're connected, sure, but it isn't true open world in what most people would expect. One of the new features is being able to stay out in the areas for as long as you want, though. Now, you can just wander as much as you'd like, opening your map and seeing what monsters are roaming, turning any one of them into an immediate quest for you to complete. And once you do so, you stay out in the world and can keep going. Now you're able to fight whatever and take new quests right from the field for less downtime and less having to go back to town to take the next quest. However, I could not tell you where anything is in every single area because I don't need to know where anything is. Inspired by the Palamutes in Monster Hunter Rise, you ride around on a mount called a Sacred. This makes it easier and faster to travel through the huge areas, and they have a field pouch right on them, allowing you to instantly grab quest supplies like first aid meds and rations whenever you get on them. They also allow you to carry an extra weapon, meaning you can freely swap between 2 weapons of any type in the middle of a quest, which is really neat. The most convenient thing about the Sacreds is that they can auto-navigate to wherever it is you need to go. They'll automatically go wherever you need to. You can set your own waypoints on maps in case you need to go gather a specific point, or it'll always take you to the main monster you need to hunt. Which is great because it means I'll always be taken straight to the thing I need to kill and I don't have to worry about wandering. In fact, while I'm on the back of my Sacred, especially during the story walk and talks, I'm just shooting my slinger out to grab some materials and gather around me. This also means I'm not learning the environment at all. This was one of the biggest things you had to learn in the previous games. What was where and how to traverse every area. Now there's no reason for it. The Sacred does it all for you, and you can literally turn your brain off during it. It will always go straight for the monster for you to hunt. And even when the monster leaves the area you're currently fighting in, the Sacred will instantly know exactly where it will go and take you to it, often arriving before the monster does. There is no hunting in Monster Hunter Wilds. It's more like Monster Fighter. You don't need to track anything. You don't need to learn behaviors and patterns. You don't need to find where all the pathways between zones are. You don't need to learn where mining and gathering points are. You don't need to learn when a monster is weak enough to capture. It's all automated. It's all done for you. And your brain will turn off until you're good to go smash a monster. It's very, very convenient. And again, it makes it so that it's easier to get into the action faster than ever. And when you get to that action, it's fantastic. Combat is great, and fighting all the different monsters is so fun. I can't sing those praises enough. But everything around it is honestly too streamlined. Something was lost for the sake of accessibility. And even when I say that, I have to say, look, But, as a caveat, one of the best things Capcom has done is the amount of options and customization you can do for the game itself. It has a massive options menu, letting you tweak things as much as you want. You can adjust HUD items, controls, audio, your character appearance, tons of options. It's an impressive amount of choices, and I highly recommend you go through every single one before you even start your first hunt. But, there are so many goddamn menus. Even the menus have menus. And despite having spent dozens of hours in the game, I'm still struggling and fumbling to remember exactly how to get from one menu to another. It's easy to mix up buttons on these menus, and you'll be pressing X, but sometimes square, but sometimes the touchpad, but sometimes the directional pad, but sometimes circle, but sometimes triangle. They're cumbersome and numerous, often disorganized, and they won't remember my preferences every time I change it. Scrolling through things like weapon upgrade trees or new armor is clunky, and I swear almost everything you want to do and confirm takes way more button presses than it really should. Trying to start up a multiplayer session to play with friends can be a confusing and frustrating affair just because of the menus. At the same time, this is the most accessible Monster Hunter game yet. The mechanic tutorials, introducing concepts to new players, and the best, the sacred auto tracking makes it even easier for new players to get in and get to the action. If you've never played the Monster Hunter series before, Monster Hunter Wilds is the best one to start with because it does the best job of teaching you how to play the game. I've had plenty of people ask me, is it better than Monster Hunter World? And that's kind of a tough question to answer. Monster Hunter Wilds is still at its base game, whereas World got a ton of free updates to add in more monsters and an entire expansion to add in tons more. So you have to compare Monster Hunter Wilds to the base game of Monster Hunter World. Which I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember that well. It's hard to distinguish when it was still base game versus all the updates. My gut instinct is to say, yes, Monster Hunter Wilds right now is better than Monster Hunter World when it first came out. Probably. But Wilds is also getting free content updates in the coming months, and you know there's going to be an inevitable expansion about a year and a half from now. So yes, Monster Hunter Wilds is great. It's very fun. I still love the combat, I still love the monsters, I still love the progression of getting pieces and making new equipment and getting ready to fight the next big monster, and I still love that 4-player co-op. It's also clunky to navigate, arguably too streamlined at times, but great for new players. I do find the story intrusive and unnecessary, interjecting and slowing down the pace too much too often. After you get through that and you're doing the core gameplay loop of fighting monsters, raising your hunter rank, and discovering even more new monsters, it gets much better. Monster Hunter Wilds earns an 8 out of 10. It has a lot of design choices that feel like could have all been done so much better, but the core experience, the game fighting monsters, and I can't get enough of it. It's perfect for newcomers and easier to get to the fights than ever before. I just wish it wasn't at the expense of Monster Hunter.
We gotta fight the Ginyu first, bro. Matter of fact...
Bro, I bet this is more accurate. That's the spaceship we took here.
Yeah, hold on, wait a minute. I wanna send someone Carl.
Huh? Bro, I'm getting back at the space pod, man. I'm not trying to fight you.
Hey, bro, hold on, I got any more snacks in there.
Nah, I ain't all those.
It's one person. But Phil,
why is it stuffy?
Dino needs his run back. No, let's just stand over by the spaceship and watch. I'm not even a transform against a bull, bro. Like, what you trying to get to?
I'm mad I got a great camera angle. Damn, when he fell in the water, why did he make a noise?
I'm running around the spaceship. He can't catch me.
Wait, he's smacking me, bro. He froze me in time.
Hold on. Nobody beats my friend's ass except for me. Come here, bro.
Bro, you couldn't have done that before he threw an ice tray at me. Sorry. I forgot it.
That was embarrassing, Dotto. You look like you were just participating in a diving
Wait,
competition.
Nia, come back here.
What you about to do?
So, you wanna watch this? Right? Bend it! Oh wait, how do I bend it? You saw that, bro? Damn!
Dino's beating his ass, so you can't do anything.
Look at my master.
Hey, Dotto, you never training? Why'd you get so weak? Hey, Dino, you've been taking a little too long, bro. Don't worry, I'll take care of this. No, I'm just having fun with it, you know?
Yeah, that's fine.
He's fighting. Oh, he fought me!
Or not it.
No, he's missing. Here, I got. There. Oh, I did that. Yep, I did all the work. I didn't. Hold on, I said what power levels. Wait, I think the rest it's only 2.
Bro, get this guy some oxygen, man.
Bro's just drowning over here. Yeah, you're so cool, bro.
Damn, the boys are back
All
in
right,
town.
now we gotta fight. Hold on, let's see what.
Bro, I call Jace.
Whoa!
Jace, stop, bro. Jace, you gotta stop playing. Don't play with me. Jace. Don't play. No back hits. Yeah, I'm all over it.
This is too easy. No, how did that take any damage off of that? Bro, man, I'm fighting Raccoon. All I hear is
Jace just broke my arm, guys. Don't worry, I'm gonna be okay.
Stop, please!
Bro, I'm warming up still, man. Relax.
Are you?
Me and Jace go way back.
What are you warming up, bro? You're just warming up the opponents.
Well, yeah, somebody has to. God, Slicer.
Also, this is gonna be a real interesting edit because my screen has been dark the whole time. After the whole
Why?
And it's like you know, like you do an ultimate and like the background changes now. You have multiple perspectives. It's fine. Yeah.
Oh, shit!
How are you getting cooked again?
I am getting cooked again!
Bro, Dotto!
James is cooking today!
Cooking you, bro? He's doing the volley for real.
His AI is crazy, bro. Listen to the shrimp on the bobby.
Alright, fine. Full power.
Oh, motherfucker!